Subscribe. Korea's darkness has no end. I woke at 3 a.m. The room was dark. In the far corner, something was standing. A woman? Still, facing me. I stared at her for a long time. Then I closed my eyes. When I opened them, she was gone. I went back to sleep. The next night, she was closer. Not the corner anymore. The middle of the room. Same stillness. Long dark hair covering her face. Arms at her sides. I watched her. She did not move. Eventually, I fell asleep. In the morning, I told myself it was a dream. Third night, closer again. Close enough to see her hair was wet. Flat against her face. Close enough to see her hands hanging too still at her sides. I pulled the blanket up. She did not move. Neither did I. We stayed like that until morning. Fourth night, I moved to the living room. Every light on. Blanket on the floor. 3 a.m. She was in the doorway, but her head was tilted now. Just slightly. The way you tilt your head when you're trying to recognize something. I did not breathe. I did not move. Morning came. Fifth night, every light on. She was in the center of the living room, and I could see her face for the first time. It was wrong. The proportions were wrong. The angles were wrong, like something that had learned what a face was supposed to look like and had done its best. She tilted her head the other way. Too far. The way a head tilts when the neck has stopped caring. I screamed. No sound came out. When I could breathe again, she was gone. Sixth night, I did not sleep. 3 a.m. She appeared in the same far corner she had started in. But this time, she walked toward me, each step deliberate. Wrong. Like someone learning to walk from a description. She stopped 2 meters away. She tilted her head. She looked at me. Then she went back to the corner and stood still until morning. Seventh night, she stopped 1 meter away. I could see her eyes now. I will not describe her eyes. She stood there for a long time, just looking. That wrong face, that tilted neck. Then she walked back to the corner. She is getting closer every night. 1 meter last night. Tonight less. I ran. Socks. No shoes. 3 a.m. street. I ran until I reached the convenience store 2 blocks away and stood under the lights until my legs stopped shaking. I stayed at a hotel that night. And the next. And the next. Nothing came. I started to feel foolish. Sleep deprivation. Stress. New apartment. Dark corners. I went back home. Everything was exactly as I had left it. I made tea. I told myself it was over. I went to bed. 3 a.m. She was in the far corner. The very first corner. Starting again. Head tilt. That face. Those eyes. She is not going to stop. I know this the way I know my own name. I have stopped trying to run. She finds me. Hotel. It does not matter. 3 a.m. She is there. So I wait for her now. I sit up at 2:59 and I wait. She appears. She walks toward me. She stops. She looks. We look at each other. I have started to notice things. The exact angle of the tilt. The particular way her hands hang. The sound of her breathing. Slow. Deliberate. Like someone practicing. I think I am beginning to recognize her. I do not want to recognize her. Last night she stopped close enough that I could hear her breathing. Not the almost voice. Just breathing. In. Out. Slow. She tilted her head. She looked at me the way you look at something you have been searching for a very long time. Then she smiled. I had never seen her smile before. It was the worst thing I have ever seen. Tonight, she did not stop. She walked toward me and she did not stop. I pressed back against the wall. She kept coming. That walk, that face, that smile. She reached out her hand. I could not move. I could not scream. Her hand touched my face. Cold. So cold. She tilted her head. She looked at me for a long time. Then she whispered, "Found you." And I recognized her. I know her face. I have been staring at it for 12 nights. through the wet hair, through the wrong angles, through the dark. I know that face. It is my face. I got up. I went to the bathroom. I turned on the light. I looked in the mirror for a long time. My face looked back at me. Normal. Completely normal. I stood there until I was sure. Then I went back to bed. 3 a.m. had passed. The room was empty. I lay down. I closed my eyes. I told myself it was over. I felt it just before I fell asleep. Cold fingers on my face and a voice, my voice, right against my ear. Now I found you.